My uncle passed away this morning.
Yeah.
We're in Preston. I have brought this on just to have a shot for him.
Yeah,
I want to
do it.
dedicate this podcast to him if that's all right.
Of course, can. What would, obviously, we know his name, but what's his name?
Here's to Bernard Renigan, the finest man from Preston.
There you go.
God bless you.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
Drop the bass.
Man, the myth, the legend. At the minute, I've just I got in contact with you because you're just everywhere at the minute, aren't you? Luke Dyson, you're arguing with people outside banks, and you're all over. So, first of all, welcome to the Byron Effect.
Yeah, thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah, no problem at all. It's the pleasure's all ours. Would you like to introduce yourself to the crowd? Tell people where you're from and who you are.
Yeah, my name's Raz Ren. I'm a rapper from Blackburn. Currently, I'm pushing the unlicensed scene. I do all the interviews, media and all that. Recently, I've been at Guerrilla Promotions and I've just done a show at Dyson, our main media guy. I've been doing content for about 5 years. It's been a bit of a mad road, but it's landed us here, hasn't it? So, yeah, that's about it.
Well, to be fair, that's the first time. I've met you twice now. I met you at White Collar Boxing at Manchester Grosvenor for the White Collar for Colin. We were both interviewing the boxing.
Colin Ashcroft, yeah.
Colin Ashcroft.
Shout out
Colin, class. But then the first time I actually seen you, and I recognised you straight away, was from one of the videos of Jail Tales. You was outside court and he grabbed you, didn't he?
Yeah, mate. Well, mad story about that as well. So I were on the bottom end of a conspiracy charge for importing and supplying cannabis from America, Cali bud.
Yeah.
And it were like, at first they had us for 200 kilos, yeah?
Right.
And they were trying to do me for a significant role, which is like middle, if you will, on the tier system of a conspiracy. So you have like your major role, your like lead gang operator, if you will. Then your significant roles, enforcers, whatever. And then your lesser roles. Lesser roles what I ended up getting charged with. But they tried to say I were a significant role, which would have been a minimum 5 years for the weight, all that. And then on the day of we got sentenced 3 times. It got adjourned because like a cock-ups on their end.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to sentencing, they're like, oh, we can't prove over 100 kilos, so it's less than 100 kilos. And the defence said, I tried to get my sister involved because the guy who I were on contact with getting the weed said, can he pay my sister some money he owes her with a box of bud? And I said, well, you can't ask me that, can you? That's nothing to do with me. That's what I texted back.
Yeah.
So my defence were like, why is she not in the dock then? If he's got someone involved, why is she not here on trial?
Yeah.
So the judge was like, yeah, I accept that. Lesser role, then you are involved, obviously, text message communication, but lesser role, so maximum sentence, 2 years. So I got away with a suspended sentence by the skin of my teeth.
Wow.
Yeah, I was expecting jail. I thought I would go into jail, but we had a lot of shit.
You had a bag with you, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, I was ready for jail. I was going, and like the only two.
Oh, this actual day you were ready for jail.
Yeah.
His bag with him, and
that's why when I walked out, I was jittery on the interview because I'm like, oh fuck the system, because I was like, what the fuck's just gone on? I thought I should have been getting jailed, and then they've dropped it all. And but we had a lot of shit going on personally as well. My daughter were waiting open heart surgery, and it played a big toll on my life. It affected me properly, like my little baby girl, and I couldn't do anything. So I weren't really in the right frame of mind, and I was ready for jail. Do you know what I mean? I thought maybe it's the best place for me. So I weren't asked, and I was the last person to plead guilty on the whole conspiracy. And the only reason that I did is because everybody else did. Yeah. Running a trial by yourself on a conspiracy is stupid. Getting yourself more time for fuck all. Do you know what I mean? So, but I would have lost me 20% extra time off because of my late guilty plea and all that shit. But only the 2 main conspirators got jailed, and everybody else got off with suspended. But it was by the skin of the teeth kind of thing, because of the fuck ups and because of the So when I walked out, Jail Tales is there doing his thing, and I've got the interview and that, and I was like, yeah, man, fucking fuck the system, fuck the jail. You just got. But then I got home at 6 o'clock that night. My barrister's rung me. She's like, CPS have seen the Jail Tales video. If you get recalled in the morning, that's on you. So I'm panicking, I'm messaging that Jamie from Jail Tales. I'm like, listen, bro, take that video down. Barrister's rung me, man. Recall? He's like, oh, you won't, bro. I'm like,
would he not take it down?
He was saying no, but he's like, trust me, you won't get recalled. So we're panicking. And my Uncle Bernard, actually, God bless him, he was the one who said, on the video, you don't say your name's Ryan Renigan. You say it's Raz Ren. So you're in character. And it's bravado.
Really?
You know what I mean? So that's your loophole. Yeah. And I think they already knew that because nothing come of it. I went to my first probation meeting after you get a sentence. And I said, look, I'm not gonna lie. Am I getting arrested from here? I'm a bit panicky and that, I'm a bit paranoid.
Take you back again.
She said, no, we know what's gone on, but this and this, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. You've not named the judge, you've not said it, and you didn't name yourself. you said Raz Ren on your end, you know, like,
that's
what's good, it's Raz Ren. So
twice by the skin of your teeth.
Skin of my teeth, yeah. Horrible. But it were my uncle that said it, and I know one of yous is abstinent from alcohol, but my uncle passed away this morning.
Yeah.
We're in Preston. I have brought this on just to have a shot for him.
Yeah,
I
do
want
it.
to dedicate this podcast to him if that's all right.
Of course, can. What would, obviously, we know his name, but what's his name?
Here's to Bernard Renegan, the finest man from Preston.
There you go.
God bless you.
Rest in peace, mate.
Rest in peace, mate.
Good man.
But I will put it away now for TikTok.
Every credit.
Good man, though, every credit. We said that in the kitchen. He said, I want to drink. I said, no, get it on, get it on.
Yeah, I didn't want to offend it because I've been trying to stay sober for my mate Jack.
Yeah.
He's just come out of detox. He's a professional boxer. He's in unlicensed scene now. Struggled with alcohol and that, so he's gone through detox. Trying to stay sober for him, and when I got that news this morning, it was just like, you know what, I'm using my pass, you know. I jumped back on it on Monday, but it just hurts on it, you know. You lose a loved one, and that's how it is, isn't it? But
especially when they've been a character in your life and played a part in your life and stuff. It's difficult, isn't it, mate? You've just got to kind of do. If it gets you through today and it makes you a bit happy or whatever.
We booked this in before he passed away, and he'd have been pissed off at me not turning up. Do you know what I mean? It's like with the Dyson show last night. He said to me, I were at his house the night before, and he said, "Go on." Everybody said it. Go and do your thing. You know, like, what do you want to do? Sit around here waiting? Go and get your thing done and then come back. So that's the same reason I'm here. Come and do the podcast regardless. I said I'd come. I'm a man on my word. I'll always take a booking if I say it.
Yeah. Shows your character, that, mate. It's massive, because I've seen it obviously on Facebook and stuff. I knew it was your uncle, and we was not expecting you to come. So
I thought,
thank you, and every credit to you, Sam.
And you've turned up as well. What a man!
Yeah, no,
I literally, we thought, I was like, oh, is he going to turn up?
Yeah.
And then we did. We, you know what? We don't want to have a leg to stand on. We was just like, no,
of course, I completely get it.
And that's why I messaged this morning. You know, I sent a message. Obviously, I already knew what's gone on, but before I did anything, I thought I'll message you. If you're still up for me coming on today, I'll come down, and that's what I'll do. It breaks up this drinking process I'm going through, because that's how I cope with. I've gone through a lot of heavy shit in my life. I've had a lot of loss. I've had a lot of grievance, and my coping mechanism is drink, blackout drunk, wake up next morning. You're that like beer feared out your head that you just get on with everything and you're there for everybody else. And then by the time that's come out, you're 3 or 4 days past it. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not good. I don't recommend it to anybody. We all cope differently. And but that's what I do. You know what I mean? So I've been drinking since I got the news. I sobered up, I had 2 brews, got a bit of makeup done.
Yeah, we got your brew and got your makeup.
But it doesn't kind of, it's what's mad with that is it doesn't so if I seen you at that event at Manchester with White Collar, and I seen straight away, I seen that you had a bead in your hand and stuff, and I obviously wouldn't do that. And the reason I wouldn't do it is because my work would go straight out at window. Yeah. I'd just be, and like the fact that you still do what you're doing, you still do all your interviews, you still come across well, you're still getting viral, you're still operating, and it's like you say, it's just your way of coping. So who's to judge you for that? It's your thing, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, so. I'm sure with my mate Jack, who I have been trying to abstain for, he'll understand. I've not been in contact with him. I've not told him the news yet. I'm not looking for sympathy off him. I know what I need to do. I'm in a different fucking town, and I'm in Preston. It don't matter what I do today.
Yeah.
We'll wake up tomorrow, we'll go again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of family members that are struggling and grieving him, and there's a lot of people who are in the pecking order, deserve more to be upset and broken than I do, and I've got to be there for them, innit? So from tomorrow, that's what we'll do, man. You know what I mean? But
So, Raz, so you're Blackburn lad, born and bred?
Oh, born in Preston.
So you're a traitor, because you actually support Blackburn, don't you?
Well, it's my town, innit? You know what I mean?
Was you born and brought up in Preston?
No, I was just born in Preston.
Right.
We moved to Blackburn when I was about 6 months old. Right. So I've been, for all my knowledgeable life, I've been a Blackburn lad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I came back to Preston when I was about 20. I had the Blackamoor pub, and then I went to the New Brit. I had them pubs.
Oh, my mate, you stopped New Brit.
Yeah, I met fucking great pub. And then I went back to Blackburn, and that's my home. You know, I've got a lot of friends and family in Preston, but Blackburn's where I've been brought up. I know the streets there, I know the people there. That's where I'm from, innit? So that's why I support Blackburn, and that's why I always represent Blackburn everywhere I go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard it. You was even giving when you that boxing, that Burnley event. Buddy, be careful.
You it paid off though. They love it. Even the Burnley fans, they fucking love it. They'll comment, they'll Photoshop me in Burnley kits and that. Post it, but it's all banter, it's all love, and that's what I like about the unlicensed scene. It's no matter where you're from, no matter what your background and all that, everybody. It's like Liam McDonough said it to me. He's a boxer from Halifax, unlicensed boxer. Everybody in the scene is broken, but in the right kind of ways, you know.
Yeah.
Some people they go through something traumatic, and then they turn to victim mentality. Why me? Or I'll take these drugs because I feel bad, and then they end up going down a spiral, innit?
Yeah.
And some people they go through some mad shit and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go and get my head punched in a boxing match, you know. Like, and that's where I come in. I'll fucking interview you then. You know?
With your little Allen key.
Yeah, you know what I mean. With Mike on Allen key, but that's why.
Before we go on about your, we'll start from your childhood. But just before that, fun fact that I've got to admit, I actually, I did a pitching version on Blackburn Rovers.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, with one of my mates back in the semi-final of when was it quarters and they beat Arsenal to get into semi-finals at FA Cup. Remember, it was a good few, probably about 10,
early 20s, early 2000s.
My mate was a Blackburn fan. I'm United, and he ran onto the pitch, so I had no choice. I literally like.
You even stood there by yourself,
Centre,
What happened? Did you get fined out?
No, as we tried to we ran off. We managed to, people were trying to grab us and all the rest of it. We managed to get out of the stadium. So that's my little claim to fame.
I like it, bro.
I can't remember who striker was now. There was a striker.
Rocky Santa Cruz, Benny McCarthy.
Who scored, black lad he was, striker up front, he was class.
Andy Cole, are you going that
No, not that far back. I'll have to
Benny McCarthy.
Think. But it was in paper. Like we went in Pingy and we kind of like there's a few we kind of got it paper.
Nice your claim to fame.
Yeah.
Fair play, respect to him, man.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, my first ever music video I made, amateur as fuck, obviously. My mate followed me around with a camcorder and that. But we were going to do it outside Ewood Park, so we stood there and he's filming me and I'm rapping away. Security come out like, what you doing, lads? I'm like, oh, just making a music video, mate. He's like, right, wait here. And I'm like, right, let's get off. You know, security's going to ring fucking police. My cameraman's like, no, we can't leave. We're on CCTV. We're like panicking. We'll stay here.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So I spotted a joint up waiting for him to come back. And he come back like, right, boys, you've got 25 minutes and let us through into the stadium. So my first music video was inside Ewood Park by myself.
Class.
And it was all by accident.
Now that is a story,
innit? You know what I mean? It
What a
was
song. And
Just trumped my story. I didn't really know.
What do you do? Just stand there watching you, just like make sure you're right, and you just let you do it.
You know, like when you walk up the turnstiles, like the steps onto the concourse or whatever. He waited there, so when I walked, there's a bit where I walk up in slow motion and I turn around because he shouted something like "Don't go on the pitch," you know, like "Don't go on the grass." So I turn around, but when we slowed it down, it looks pretty cool, man. So I will use that bit, and then he just stood there watching. So just we're off camera, he's about here. Just stood there with his arms folded, and it put me under that much pressure. It was like, right, one take every time. You know? Fuck it, I'm not starting again.
Because when you make a music video, you're not really going for it. You're just like,
that's it.
And then they're all looking at me.
It added to the pressure. But I made two music. The camera guy come with me. He's like, right, we'll do the FTP, the fuck the police one. Outside Greenbank Police Station. So we went and did that. We filmed that first, but we dropped the Blackburn style one first. That was my first. But unbeknownst to us at Ewood Park on that very same day, you know, in the conference thing in the boxes,
it was
a Lancashire Police Conference. So there were about 250 police officers watching us make this music video. I've just been outside the police station with fucking big bag of weed like that. You know what I mean?
I've trained kids in there. It is nice and I know what you mean. You can see straight.
Well, they were all on the Jack Walker thing in a conference, so there were loads of coppers there. And then there's a bit on the music video. I'm outside the stand of Jack Walker. It's like a bronze stand, like a copper statue, and I'm sat on it and I'm like doing a bit of a rap thing, smoking, and all these uniformed coppers two at a time walking past me. I'm like, fucking just carry on, just keep going.
Get it done.
Oh yeah,
it's a rap video. You can do a rap video, can't you?
Well, I was lucky, to be fair, because there were a lot of shit going on with the police. That's why I made Fuck the Police, because they targeted me, you know, like properly. I've got an ongoing case for like gross police misconduct, you know. I got tasered outside my house 3 times for no reason.
What's 3 times in the same?
Bang, you know, like,
with a gun, like
taser, yeah.
Why did you keep getting back up or something? Or
no, that's it, mate. He dropped me. So I had it on video. I went out with my phone in my hand, and I was like, you know, when you get angry and you use your hands to talk, I'm going, you fucking bastards, what you ever. And he grabbed his taser like that. So I said to him on camera, what are you going to do? Fucking taser me? And he pulled the taser out, didn't say anything, and just shot it at me, and it separates.
What are you going to do, taser me?
So when he's put his body cam in as evidence in court, we went to court, or in Blackburn Magistrates, my solicitor said, you have to plead guilty because you've called him a faggot, and that is direct breach of the peace, you know what I mean? That it's not anything bad, but it's breach of the peace, you've been offensive to somebody. So you have to plead guilty to Section 5A, so I changed my plea to guilty at last minute, in the, you know, by order of my fucking solicitor. The judge has come in, he watched the body cam CCTV. He tases me once and I dropped to the floor. I make a weird noise, you know, like, and then I bang my head off a car. And then I go, fucking hell, uncalled for, and he does it again. You can just hear the voltage going into it. I'm going, ah! And I'm going,
we should be laughing. We should be laughing.
Right, we'll laugh all the way to the bank there, yeah. The payment's getting sorted by November. Yeah. I'm going to be paid off by November.
Yeah. Oh, really? What? So you will get paid out?
Oh, mate, next music video, outside Green Bank again.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But no, they say, so the judge has watched this CCTV body cam thing, and he said, case dismissed, this man's been a victim of assault by Lancashire Constable. So I got that in a transcript. Yeah. Sent it straight to a solicitor who deals with police the finger. Yeah. And it's on. They've requested 28 more days to gather why they think it's rational, but it's past that now. Should be all settled by November. Yeah. Nice. And if you Google it, it's up to 25 grand a taser.
Oh, wow.
Oh, mate, drinks already in.
Well, even the first one, like, because obviously one you're allowed, is it? So it's not just
not even the first one. Right. All of it was unlawful, yeah.
Right.
So there's a way the police have to operate. They can't grab you and put you in cuffs and then tell you you're arrested. They have to tell you you're arrested and then put you in cuffs.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell me I was arrested. They didn't tell me what I was arrested for, and he put me in cuffs after he tasered me. Yeah. After I was begging for him to stop and that. Yeah. So it's an unlawful arrest, which means every hour in the cell you get paid for, which means everything he did was against the law. So for him to use a taser on me unlawfully,
wow,
what does that carry? 5
How long were you
years?
cells for?
Big charge.
About 16 hours this time.
So you got 16 times whatever that is as well.
I think it's like £1,000 for your first hour, and then 100 or 500 after that per hour up to. But obviously because I've got a big criminal record, if you were like, I've got a lot of arrests but not a lot of convictions. So it was when I went to the Crown Court for the conspiracy, I had the most arrest conviction thing. It was 32 arrests in the last 5 years and 14 convictions altogether. Yeah. But it's only for minor things. I've had like 2 assaults, 1 assault on an officer, a couple of driving offences, and then it's just like drunken disorderly, you know, shit like that. But a lot of times been arrested for things I haven't done. Had to go through the whole fucking ringer of it and then come out like nothing's happened. So I want to take all that to a solicitor. No further action I've ever had. Yeah. Like what, you know, it's something that, because you can't just keep terrorising one man by himself. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what they did for a lot until that taser incident. They were outside my house constantly. Yeah. They were just trying to throw shit against the wall and see if anything would stick in it really, but nothing ever did. And I ended up not getting jail, and it was like, right, watch this now. And then we had 6 months, and then my daughter went in for open heart surgery, older hair, and then she had complications after surgery, man, and a couple of times we were close to like losing her and that.
So what she was 6 months old as well?
No, she was 3 years old at this surgery. Old, right. But it was really intense surgery. Went on for heart surgery for like 8 hours, you know what I mean? Wow. Everything that could have gone wrong did, and doctors were scratching their head at the end how she survived. They didn't know.
So what?
She's totally fine now as well?
Yeah, she's not totally fine. She's got her diaphragm stopped working while she was in ICU on a ventilator. The diaphragm's the muscle that pulls your lungs down, makes you breathe. So both sides of her stopped working, and they'd never seen it before, and they've like, she's not going to come back from this, you know, she's going to be on a ventilator until she can't breathe independently. And then 2 days later they fucking extubated her from ventilator, and we might as well give it a try and see what happens. And she just started breathing, man, and they were all like, what the fuck? Wow. But for us as parents, it were very stressful. I could imagine. You know, like a bit of a fucked up time. So then when we come out of hospital, it was like, right, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to fucking 120%. And
like a new lease of life.
Most of my thing is, though, I've raised money for older hair children's hospital. Yeah. I'd get sponsors, I get cash, but everything I get, 100% of it, I go and give it, and I get receipt proof, and that's independent now. And that's because when I was there, it's going to sound mad, but you know when your baby's like looking lifeless in ICU, and you looked at next bay and you realise like how fucking lucky you are that there's still machines beeping, and to babies, man, you know, it just fucking does something to you, innit? Yeah, so, mate. You're a bit of a heavy one, so that's why I come out and like, right, we've been blessed, so let's see what we can give back, innit? Wow. And then it's all tied in nicely with everything I'm doing. So I'm doing a charity fight in November, and everything I raise, like, I'll probably get a bit of an extra ticket commission than normal unlicensed boxes because it's all going to charity, but we've got a target of $5,000, and I'm at close to 2,000 already.
Nice. And you've got till November?
I've got till, well, it was from, she got out on New Year's Eve, so the whole of 2026, I want to raise $5,000.
Okay.
If I don't, I'm already proud of myself for what I've done.
Even raising £500 or whatever.
That's what I mean.
Even if you didn't raise anything, Raz, you're trying, aren't you? Trying to make a difference. You're trying to help people.
Well, we are close to £2,000, so.
So let's your childhood. Let's go back to how everything started. Your childhood. How was you at school and all that kind of stuff? Where did Raz begin?
Let us build up to this mystical Allen key that I need to know. I don't know about this Allen key inside joke, right? And I need to know
and his job that he's just been given as well. We'll lead up to all this.
So I'd say I come from a single parent household. My mum did her best working constantly to bring up 2 kids, me and my older sister. So my older sister spent a lot of time like babysitting me, looking after me in my younger years. But my mum was working, you know what I mean? She weren't like on piss or neglecting us in that sense. But she were on her own, and it was different. And you didn't get all the child benefits you do now and that. No. So she was struggling. She had to work to keep a roof over her head. We grew up on a council estate, and it were a pretty rough council estate. It's called Rawley in Blackburn. Everyone got on. It were a brilliant community when I was living there. Yeah. But it was rough as toast, man. You know what I mean? So we grew up seeing shit. You grew up like experiencing shit that you shouldn't at a young age. And then we ended up. My mum got into like the pub game. Her and her husband took on a few pubs. So when I was about 11, I moved into these pubs with my mum, and I started like talking to men, you know, like drunk men at bar will give you the best advice in the world, innit?
Yeah.
And I was there all day, every day, so I ended up, I think that's why I'm so witty and so like, you know, confident in pubs and that, and so accustomed to alcohol as well, because that's how it all started, innit? And then my stepdad, my dad who she married, he died when I was 14, and they just adopted a baby who were addicted to heroin when she was born. Wow. So my mum and her partner took this baby on, and then my stepdad got cancer and terminally ill, and he had at home care as well, you know. So at 14 years old, it was like, we've got to care for this dying man, and then we've got to care for this baby that's literally having fits and seizures because she wants heroin in her system. You have to give her what's it called, the fucking morphine all that, you know, like
metformin,
the substitute they give them. We had to like give her that on doses, and she'd be having like seizures and fits and that. And my mum's grieving her husband, and obviously I was going off the rails as well, because like my stepdad's just died, and it's sad and all that. And
I'm assuming he's a good man then, if you seem to be quality, your body language talking quite highly of him.
Yeah, and he was. He was a gentleman. He was proper. He was a businessman. He made his money. He had his values and his beliefs and all that. And he taught me a lot, to be fair, you know, like growing up, he showed me the values, how to respect your women, and the way he was with my mum was like, that's what I want to be like with women, you know. They were a cool guy. I used to have the Hacienda nightclub. Mm-hmm. I used to part on that back in the early days. He was from Manchester, so.
Was that with them lads? What they called the
Noonans? Yeah, they were security branch. So right. I don't think they ever. I could be wrong, and I don't know about that. Yeah. That's Salford. That's before my time. But I think they were security. So they'd go and take control of the doors. I don't think they actually had any ownership. Right. But I could be wrong, you know, like I said.
Was that at the same time your dad had it?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, he comes from Salford, man, so he had like a well-connected man. He were into like his schoolboy championship boxer. He ended up with a chain of pubs. He was a J in JW Leeds, you know, you might see pubs around saying JW Leeds. Yeah. At one point he was a J.
Wow.
And then like we set up this, him and my mum set up this like perfect life for this adopted baby, and this nice semi-detached house, and he went out at pub game. He set up a decorating business, and he got diagnosed with cancer in October, I think, and in February he was dead.
Wow.
So my mum's left with this baby that's obviously got problems, and then I was trying to do my best at home, so every time I left the house it were see how bad we can be, how far we can go off the rails, innit? So all that happened, then I was going out, and obviously my mum got in a lot of debt because, you know, home care, it costs money, you know, so there were like a lot of debt. So I was going out and I was like doing things on the road, if you will, to make money to post through the letterbox anonymously, trying to blag it with his brothers at like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
By 16, I had 3 lads on mopeds going to every council estate in Blackburn and then bringing, you know, like, we had it popping off for a bit. It ended up worked out well for us, to be fair. But I went off the rails and I was partying, I was drinking, blocking out the thing, I was sniffing cocaine, I was fucking onto all sorts. And then about 26 years old, I was getting into bricklaying with my best mate, Connor. I were in Blackburn College learning. Me and him used to love, like, we finished work at 2, we'd go to the pub, first pint in, second pint in, should we get one of them? And then, you know, by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're fucking off your tits. Well, we'll go down to the local. We had, every day, because we were bricklaying, he was making coin, I was his labourer, it was sweet. And then he died in a car crash in 2020, and I'd quit sniffing. I was 6 months clean off cocaine, and then he died in a car crash, and I got blamed for it. You know, like.
What you got? What?
I've got a charge sheet
Was
at
he
home.
under the influence, or was you there?
Well, they tried to make out I was driving the car.
Wow.
My charge sheet at home says death by dangerous driving. Yeah.
So how did that come about?
They were a fat lesbian from the area.
Yeah. TikTok shop.
It's
right.
But she told police on scene, she lived in like flats close to it, and she said she seen me hiding in a bush in the darkness, you know, crouched down.
Yeah.
But how the fuck would you know it was me in a dark bush,
in a
bent
bush.
down, you know, like. But I think it was just because she's seen Connor and we were that close, we were two peas in a pod. I think she's just like, I want the first scoop here. Razzy's obviously, you know. So police came through my door at like 3 a.m, and I were oblivious to the fact I didn't have a fucking clue. So when I've heard the drills and that, I've woke up and I've rung my mum, you know, panicked and that, like, Mum, police are coming through the door. And I've got a bit of weed in the house. Like, what should I do? She said, open your fucking window and ask them what they want. So I've opened window and I'm like, what's up? What are you doing? Well, you've been involved in an RTA. And I'm like, that's my fucking car there that I've drove home in, like pristine, you know.
Yeah.
What do you mean RTA? And they won't tell me anymore. They come in tasers drawn. Get that dog on a lead. Get the fucking dog on a lead. They put me back at van. They wouldn't tell me why I was being arrested. The only information they gave me were I've been involved in an RTA. And from my house to the police station, you know the road, you know what I mean? But like going from here to New Orleans, say, you know where you're going in a boot. So I'm pressed up against fucking other side of the van with your feet like you do. And I thought, we've gone past police station, yeah? Next thing, we're on motorway, and I'm thinking, they're going to take me up to Moors and fucking, you know, film me. Because I didn't know what was going on, you know what I mean? I didn't have a clue what was going on. So they've opened back doors, and I'm at Blackburn A&E Hospital, and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? They've walked me through to this, like, had 6 beds in it, and they were all like out, no lights on, no beds in, just dark, and in corner there were one light on above a bed, and they handcuffed me to it, and this doctor stood on one side. They all had masks on because it was COVID. Police officer stood on this side, and he pressed me every fucking inch of my body like that. And I'm looking like up at these 2 fucking dickheads in masks, and I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing? And then I said, is someone going to tell me what's going on? And the doctor looked at the copper and said, this man's not been involved in an RTA of any sort. And then the copper took his mask off and he said, you were driving a car and you've killed Connor Rowe. And I was like, what? What, you telling me my best mate's dead? Yeah.
Wow, that's the first time you heard about it.
But then they took me to the Greenbank police station.
Wow.
At 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, every time it was after they raided me. And they didn't release me till 7 o'clock at night that night. But they had the CCTV from the pub, what he set off from in his car, that I was still sat on the fucking steps of when he drove off. And he timed my death for 11:47. I got a sick feeling in my stomach at 11:47.
Yeah.
And I put this Budweiser down on the table and I said, listen, I need to go home. And he died 2 miles away at 11:47. But they still tried to fucking keep me as long as they could, chuck shit against the wall. They took her off me. But the truth of the fact of the matter is, it was a brand new car. He pulled up outside the pub and he took me to see it, you know, walk around it. But I didn't go inside it because I had a joint. So I didn't even put my hands on it. So I'd never been in it. There were no DNA, there were no fingerprints, there were nothing because I'd not been in this fucking car. But for 6 or 7 weeks, he didn't tell anybody any different. They told his mum that I was responsible. The liaison officer. Wow. He sent me a letter saying if I try and communicate with him, it's up to 10 years for witness intimidation because of the severity of the crime. And in the end, his brother rung me up and he was like angry and emotional, screaming, you tell me the fucking truth. And I'm like, you already know. Do you think I'd have fucking left him? If I would have crashed his car, do you think I would have fucking left him?
Yeah.
So I ended up carrying his coffin, yeah. But still to this day, 6 years on now, he died in 2020 in August. I walk in pubs in Blackburn and I'm like, oh, you're that guy that killed your mate, innit?
Wow.
And that's why I flip and that's why I get in situations, you know, like, what you meant to say.
I never even knew that.
You know,
so he must have been. Was he a passenger then?
No, he drove his own car.
So how could they not prove that he weren't in the driver's?
No, they could prove it. This is what I mean. I didn't get sent to jail for it. I didn't get officially charged with it. But the charge sheet says death by dangerous driving. I got no further action. He drove his own car to his own demise. Genuinely.
Yeah, but what I mean, not for your sake, but like obviously when they go to the accident, you must be able to see clearly that he's in the driver's.
This is the point. This is why there's so much, like, you'll see. I am very against the police. I'm very anti-police, but this is why, because they're anti-me. This is a clear fucking target. They were trying to set me up from every fucking means possible. If I'd have been in that car once, if I'd have got him to take me to a fag shop, take me to a beer shop,
you'd have been out.
Bang to fucking rights, mate.
Yeah. Oh, assuming there's no DNA in the car or anything.
Never ever been in it. Never been in it ever in my life. He pulled up. It was a cash car. He showed it me. I walked around it. I didn't touch it because I had a joint on me. You know what I mean?
Didn't want to get in and stink it out. And I wouldn't.
And when he got in his car on the car park, he was still sniffing coke. I had quit for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm smoking a joint up front of this pub, and I'm thinking, what do I want to do? Go in there and tempt myself? Sit next to my best mate, sniffing coke, and go, he's one of them. You know how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'll stay here. And then he fucking aggressively reversed it, spun around. The car park went round the back of the pub and the driveway there, if you will. And I'm sat in the steps in the middle. And he leant over and he's like, Raz, get in my car. And I screamed to him, "Can I get out your fucking car, mate?"
Yeah.
And he set off and he went the wrong way from home. And normally we'd turn right, he went left. And then about 7 or 8 minutes after that, man, I got this fucking finger. And then it was just madness. So, but I went to where I lived, there was a petrol station behind me. And they used to sell hot bacon butties 24/7. So I went in at about 10 to 12, ordered a bacon butty. And when I've walked home, I've bit into it and it was freezing cold. As I've gone back kicking off, and there were a police van there. So I put that, how could I know possibly that there was a police van there? And I paid for this bacon butty that got refunded because they took the CCTV from the fucking petrol station, the police. Do you know what to say I wasn't there?
Yeah.
It's a terrorist hotspot. Any petrol station is a terrorist hotspot. It has to be monitored 24/7.
Yeah.
He fucking removed the CCTV, so I couldn't use that as an alibi. But luckily, I'd never been in his car, But yeah, we're fucked up, man.
So your mindset there, you feel like you obviously don't know what's going on for starters, and you've been told your best mate or your friends passed away sadly in an RTA. Then obviously you've got the accusations of people in your town and all the rest of it. Like how do you deal with something like that, mate? Like
copious amounts of cannabis, mate.
Wow,
That's the truth.
Your head must have been absolutely
my head's fucked all the time, bro.
Yeah.
I suffer from CPTSD, which is continual post-traumatic stress disorder, and it's got anxiety and depressive disorder as well. I'm not on a come down. You know what I mean? I don't take drugs uppers on weekend and then feel sorry for myself on a Monday. I've had that much grief and trauma and shit go on that I just dwell in it. And if I'm not doing this content thing, man, I'm just stuck in this fucking wow.
Have you never had help for it, Raz, or spoke to therapy?
Yeah, I've been to therapy. I got court-ordered therapy, bro. I went to 12 therapy sessions by order of probation. And it just triggered nightmares, bro. Like every time
bringing it back up and reliving the trauma, or
yeah, but it weren't even the trauma. I know where the trauma is, man. I didn't get to grieve my best mate. Do you know what I mean? It weren't if your fucking great grandma dies or your girlfriend's great grandma dies, you'll get a hug off someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got blamed for it, bro. I didn't get that time. So still to this day, I've not grieved him. So.
You carried his coffin, didn't you?
I carried his coffin. I tend to his grave now.
And what about? So I'm assuming his family allowed you to do that, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
So they all know that you didn't do it. After all
but the police were trying to convince him. This is what I'm saying to you. It sounds like it's mad, but the liaison officer that were with him, we've got that renegade. He'll be doing 10 years for this. Don't worry. He's responsible. He's guilty of sin. Blah blah blah. And they're telling the family in the house this. You're going to listen to them. Do you know, like, if you're police in your house, you've just unexpectedly lost a loved one and police are telling you X, Y, Z. That's how it is. That is how it is, no matter what.
And I think, to be honest, I mean, I've never been in that position, but even if the family have said, oh, we kind of believe you, no matter what, when you know that's being said, you're still going to have doubt, well, do they believe? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're always going to have that doubt in your own head.
His granddad passed away this year, about 2 months ago, and we went to the funeral. I went because I grew up with him and he was like my granddad, and but we went, and one of his cousins who I've looked after since he became, from like 14, 15 to he's like 25 now, but he went through a lot of shit, and I did a lot of shit behind closed doors quietly to help him out, and he turned around to me pissed up and coked up at this funeral going, so did you kill my cousin then?
Wow.
And it's like that, it sends me, do you know that? Yeah. So when I headbutt you for saying that, who's the bad guy there? I get blamed for it all the time, it's always my fault, but you fucking deserve it, who the fuck, what are you asking shit like that for, But I didn't headbutt him. I wanted to.
No, but it's true. As soon as you react, you're the bad guy.
That's what I did for a lot of years, and this is why a lot of the police trouble that I got in is because of that fact. Not necessarily I'm in the wrong in the pub, but I'm reacting in the wrong way, if you will. But it's in the moment, like you can't. So obviously I've calmed down a lot over the last 6 years, but it still can get me. You know what I mean? I still do sometimes. Someone says it to me, I'll just go fucking. fuck it, what are they going to do? Hate
it's bad,
me
isn't it,
again?
how powerful stories can be. You know what I mean? Like, because when you were just saying all that stuff, then I feel like fucking weight on my shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, he's telling me this story, and I'm just like, imagine being that, and someone goes, "Did you kill your mate?" And because, you know, I'm like, fucking off. I sort of feel it a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
It's heavy, bro.
It is heavy, isn't it? Fucking brings meaning to
it's kind of in a way like it's not the same, it's different, but like when people say like about John Joe, like it's like your fault or it's his fault. It's probably kind of like
by the sword, by the sword, that kind of
guessing
mentality.
you both have the same kind of
And
feeling.
it's like how can you say that when all these kids are brainwashed? You know, my brother, it's totally different circumstances, isn't it? But my brother was just acting like every other single laddies around the country at the moment, like gangster rappers. And you don't have to be rapping to act like a gangster, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is though, it's not even fucking gangster. I grew up like...
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. It's
my
like,
Uncle Bernard was a gangster, you know what I mean? Them boys,
I know what you
everybody
mean,
shook his fucking hand, you know what I mean? Everything
very
was sweet.
well known,
These boys running around like they're fucking cowards, mate, carrying blades and that. And if someone broke into my house, don't get me wrong, I'd stab you with every fucking kitchen knife I had because it's my kids are there. But never in my life would I take a weapon out onto the street. I'd get my head I'd get my head punched to fuck. I'm like, hey, nice one, bro. You fucking got me there, didn't you?
Yeah.
This knife shit, it's not gangster. It's cowardless, man.
Cowardly. Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Like, 'cause obviously, it's like you always think of gangster, you think of some man in a suit shaking someone's hand, but the word gangster has been diluted so much and sold, which we can't mention, in these certain clothing brands, which we all know everyone shops at, you know what I mean? I'm victim to it myself. And then the same, not what they call record labels, always end up getting the same type of rappers, and it comes all the way down to the fact now a gangster is someone in a balaclava outside of McDonald's robbing of someone's iPhone or a Suron, and you're like, I thought gangsters like, remember the Cray twins, the film, and like shaking each other's hands.
I'm 7 years off cocaine. I've not touched it for 7 years.
Yeah.
But nice one, Phil. But when I was sniffing cocaine, only 2 people would know I had that cocaine in my pocket, man. You know what I mean? But me and my best mate who I chose that night, me and you were getting wired tonight.
Yeah.
And that'd be secret. We got to toilet quick, fucking before anyone see. When I come off the cocaine towards the end of my fucking 10, 12 year binge or whatever it were, they were bragging about it, you know, like landladies sniffing it, for every bouncers are sniffing it. It's like everybody, but now everybody's on crack.
Yeah, you know, I saw a social media
it's the evolution of drugs, isn't it?
I saw a post of it there, and someone posted on Facebook. I won't mention who it is, but like, and she put, I've only just realised how many people are on crack nowadays who you don't expect.
Because I think they get
everybody.
Because everyone gets so addicted to the coke, don't they? And then
not only that, it's like, do you see like the put like say, I've never sold drugs. One thing I can say, right? Yeah, but when I was a kid, I remember if you did sell drugs or people around me, because we grew up around the same people, didn't we? We knew people that did that. They'd never in a million years put a social media post out going 2 for 10, bro.
Nah, never, man.
And it's like, raw, you can't, and you think the police don't use social media. I had my snaps up for the best calibre, and you're just like, shit, man.
Cell site's the best tool the police have got against you, you know. If you're doing criminal things at home, leave your phone at home, man. Like, genuine, you know. That's how they catch everybody doing everything.
Yep.
It's cell site. We ping off radio towers and bing, bing, bing.
What was the reasoning behind you stopping the cocaine?
Oh, was it your daughter, you said?
No, mate. I stopped cocaine because I went to a funeral. A young girl around our end took her own life. And we went to the funeral, and like a different group of people turned up late at night to the wake. And there was a bit of an altercation outside. And because I was sniffed up and pissed up, I've chucked myself right in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
And then when it all calmed down, I went to tell the girl's dad in the back room where the picture of her were and all that. Obviously, everyone's jangled and pissed up and emotional, and I'm telling him like this, so I've done this and he's done that. And, you know, we're talking with my hands. Someone's seen it, come running behind and sideswiped me, you know, from behind. So I've turned around and smacked him back, bro, and he's fell into the picture of the girl, man. Bro. And I got dragged in toilets and I got my head kicked in, and then when I woke up, I didn't know what had gone on. I was fucking steaming like everybody else, but I was ostracised, you know, for the first time. So he was like, right, man, I need to make a decision here, like, double down or fucking own up and like, this is bad.
Did you have to like walk out the pub eventually with your tail in between?
No, I got twatted. I got dragged in toilets on the floor, literally fucking dragged in. They were punching me on the way, and a group of lads give me a right good hiding in toilets. And then my aunties took me in a taxi, took me to her house. I was like cleaned up all my wounds and that, and I woke up sweating in the morning, embarrassed as fuck. So I asked what's gone on. And my auntie basically said, you've hit someone, pictures fell over, that's all I know. And I was fucking guilty. You know, like I never felt as bad in my life. Yeah. So I thought, right, I'm quitting this cocaine, yeah. So I had a full week off it, and then I wrote a letter to the girl's dad, and I went up to his house and I posted it through his letterbox, and I'm like, look, mate, I'm not going to come and beg for forgiveness now. I'm going to come and beg for forgiveness in a year when I've not touched cocaine, and I've shown you that I've really learnt from my actions, and I'm fucking devastated. I'm embarrassed. And then his other daughter, who's just passed away 3 days ago, she messaged me after about a year and a half going, I've just heard the story about what happened at my sister's funeral, and I'm really sorry that we blamed you, and thank you for like looking out for us, if you will, you know, like.
Yeah.
It was a madness, bro. Cause
He's lost his other daughter.
Yeah, so he's lost 2 people. In his youngest daughter first, she died of suicide.
Okay.
His oldest daughter's just died on like Wednesday, cancer again, 30-year-old man. Yes. It's another childhood friend, you know what I mean? It's like, this is what I mean though, when I say CPTSD and when I say it's continuous, it's, people don't get it, man, you know. Every day I've got a fucking grievance, not just a struggle, not just like, can I be arsed getting changed today, shall I have a shower today? It's, fuck me, man. My mates are dropping like flies around me, man.
Yeah, you're not alone, honestly, God. We had a wicked question this morning, innit? I think he dropped it on us, or a guest before you. She's like, what gets you out of bed in the morning? And I said, yeah, honest to God, I'm not joking. The only thing that gets me out of bed in the morning, when I wake up, even if I know I'm going on a lad's holiday or doing something fun that day, my belly wakes me up, or like, you know, like the anxiety. And I wake up and I go, like, brother's dead, he's dead, Carl's dead, that's dead, people are going to slag me off, or pain me.
That's your fucking format for the rest of the day.
Yeah, every single day.
That's me, bro. So if I'm not going to these boxing events, doing this content, me interviewing people, it's taking my mind off shit, you know what I mean? I go into a boxing event, getting treated like a fucking celebrity, I'll take it all day, every day, sound.
Yeah.
But if I'm not doing, because when I get that, so I went to Dyson's event last night, I've not looked at what I've filmed yet. I start that tomorrow morning when I wake up, that'll keep me busy all day, and then that'll be for the rest of the week then, you know, I'll go through my content and then...
Yeah.
But if I didn't have that, I'd just be sat there smoking joints just thinking, fucking hell, man, this is heavy, this, innit? You know, like, how many more other people, you know, and all that shit.
It's becoming a regular... This is the second time we've filmed, but it's like episode 8 or 9 or something, is it? How many episodes this be? Like 8 or something like that? Yeah. And there's a massive... common thing, isn't there, with everyone's got mental health. I feel like I'm saying it every single episode, that everyone who you've been through different things, we all suffer the same.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason why I come here today as well. Like, what I want to show lads and people, whoever's watching me, no matter what you get fucking thrown at you, innit, just keep going. You know, go to a bathroom if you need to, have a cry to yourself, pretend you're having a shit, whatever, wash your face, and then be a fucking man. And people don't like saying that these days. But I think it's right. I think, be a man, you know, you have to. You just got to be strong, and you're allowed to break. No, I'm not saying don't. I'll do it. I told you before, innit?
Yeah.
This is a break in my grieving thing.
Yeah.
But when I get home, my missus is already like, she sorted, her kids are out at house tonight, because she knows I'll just want to turn some sad music up loud on my own, drink my fucking whiskey till I can't remember, and I'll cry my eyes out, mate, you know. But I won't do it in pubs so everyone gives me a cuddle and all that. I do it on my own when I'm ready.
Yeah.
When I go to his house and his kids are there and his family's there, I'll be strong. I'll be like, right, come on everyone, let's do it. That's how it should be. That's what I'm trying to show people. And no matter what, just dig your fucking heels in, pull your socks up and keep going, innit?
Well, you can tell, Raz, you're like speaking to you today, you could easily, like, no offence, but you could easily watch you on your socials and stuff, and people probably could easily judge you for how you act and how you are, the things you've done in your life, and the police and the rapping and all that kind of stuff. But I can tell, speaking to you, genuinely, your heart's in a good place, mate. And
I have got a good heart, bro. I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah, I can tell.
I won't let you mouse like everyone knows. Like my nana, and I walked in, and you're just like, hey,
he said, "What is dog, mate? Boy, get I think fucking walk." Wait, puppy. No, honestly, mate, I've got a good heart, but I've got a short fuse and a fucking zero tolerance now. People ask you if you've killed your mate enough times, and that's why I've got the stigma, if you will, that comes with it. Oh, he's a fucking nut job, he's this, he's that. I'm not. I'm just fucking fed up of it. I'm just tired, man.
I get it.
What am I meant to do? Give up or keep going? So sometimes you seem like you're being a dickhead. You're just struggling. Just having a bad day, innit? You know what I mean? But they don't get it, man. You know what I mean? People watching, they've not been through half of it, so they won't ever fucking understand. But they're right to judge, as long as they're commenting on my shit, as long as
This
I'm
is
getting
what
my
I'm gonna
fucking
say,
monetisation off it, I'll comment back. I say, you fucking ugly bastard.
The positives now, which some people might know, some people might not know. Tell people, so you've been viral numerous times, millions of views.
50 million. Fucking
50 million there. So you've obviously, there's obviously something about you, mate. You've obviously got, do you know what I mean? You've got some drive and aspirations. You've recently just signed up for, people know, Luke Dyson's promotion, is it?
Yeah, Luke Dyson's official media for his boxing shows, Dyson Promotions. An honourable thing to accomplish, and like I'm grateful for him doing it and that, but it come out of nowhere, man, you know what I mean? He's I've met Dyson a few times. I went to his press conference for his first Dyson Promotion show, and I filmed that kick-off, and it went viral, but I made it look bad first, you know. I did it, I put it on my comment, the second video, like, clickbait idea worked, didn't it? You know, like, 1 million views in an hour, I'll take that. And then I posted the full fight where it shows Dyson diffusing the situation and assessing it, and basically the only thing I can do here to prevent brawl is let him go at it one-on-one and make sure no one kicks him in the head, no one jumps in, all that shit.
Yeah.
That's what he did. So I posted the full video, and he's like, thank you for it and that. And then I turned up to a guerrilla press conference, and it was Hannah who got me into the media circle. She was stood at the door, and I walked in, she's like, oh, you're Ryan. I was like, hiya, Hannah. Yeah, come through, come with me, I'll get you a media thing. I ended up interviewing Darren Till off that.
Because I remember you interviewed Darren Till and stuff, don't you? So is he like, probably would you say he's the most famous like boxer you've interviewed?
Darren Till?
Yeah.
I'd say, he probably is the biggest name that I've interviewed, but if you go off social medias, I'd say Luke Dyson is the biggest name. He's got 250,000 followers.
Luke Dyson.
Was he really?
Yeah, big following.
He's big following, yeah.
Well, so, you know, it's like, how do you judge it these days, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can have big following, have no likes, or have hardly any following and have millions of likes. It's a weird.
But Darren Till's only just started his social medias, and he's already like over 15k, 20k, and obviously Darren Till's a bigger name out of the two people, celebrity-wise, status-wise, but. Who's the biggest on social media? It's a different thing. I think Darren Till is the best interview I've done on terms of like status. And it was a good interview as well, man. You know, I shit myself for. You can tell I was jumping into questions quick and that, but I think that opened a lot of floodgates for me. But before I got that interview at that event, Dyson were meant to fight Gavino, whatever he's called, Gavin Proctor. Get back, Shad.
Yeah. Well, until you say that, you don't know about it.
I interviewed both of them, and there were a lot of bad blood there and that as well. Yeah.
I don't think that Gavin was ever going to fight Luke, was he?
No, mate, he came in drinking it fucking.
He'd have got battered, wouldn't he? Like,
I got that as well. I posted that viral clip where he'd come in and had a pint in fucking bar, and it was me that posted that.
You know, watching me sniping Samsung with big fucking camera.
You've got all these people with proper cameras, and you get me with me mobile.
41 up.
Watch me get a million views, you pricks.
It was madman, but. Luke Dyson, and that when Hannah got me into the media circle.
Sorry, is Hannah his missus?
Yeah, Hannah Toy.
Right.
He had his media team with him, his cameraman and all that, and like everyone's trying to talk to Luke Dyson, and I'm not like that, man. You know, I'll keep my head down. I'll just fucking smoke my joint. And he went, Raz, what do I have to do to get you making videos for me like you do for Jack Fair? You know, in front of his cameraman, and I'm stood on my own. I'm like, right. I said, I panicked, didn't it? I went, just ask me, bro. And he's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, just give me a message, mate. It sounds nice. So I ran outside, I rung my mister, like, you never fucking guess what Luke Dyson just said. And then I got all the interviews with all like that Shadrach, Darren Till, a few other fucking big names, Kai Nicholson from Gorillas, prize fighter. And it was like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna do this now, innit? You know, I mean, this is fun. I still make my rap music, like.
Because you do a bit of what do you actually call that? Would you know what you have clash?
Battle rap.
Battle rap.
I'm cancelled from that now.
Joking? Why?
Oh no, I was poster boy in 2024 for Don't Flop, man. 2025, and then I got cancelled. I went on that Twitter. Have you ever been on Twitter?
Yeah. X now,
If you're from a council estate, it's not for you, that, man. You know. But I went on there, and the first thing, so it was like it were coming, you know, but the first thing I did, it was August, my missus were having my newest baby that we've got, she's going to be 2 in August, but she had one of them slow labours, so we've been there for 24 hours, and she's not dilated a centimetre yet, so we're bored, she's scrolling on, she's watching EastEnders, and I'm fucking on my Twitter thing, It come out, Imam Khalifi beats fucking Italian boxer with a woman, like, is it a man? So I've commented, I shared it, and all I put was, if you think this is a woman, you shag it then. That's what I typed, yeah? And it went nuts, all battle rappers, you're fucking this, you're horrible, you're a bigot, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, shut your little faggots, well, you know.
Yeah.
And then the next one, 2 men adopted a child and then, like, raped it.
Oh, mate, I've got TikTok shop, because we're live. Have we not just spoke about that?
Yeah, but is it the Baby Preston thing?
No, this is, so it's very similar. It's an American case, but this was like 2024 or 2025, I can't remember. Christmas time, like Christmas Eve. So I've read this article and my fucking blood's boiled.
If you're going to say the word... I
won't say it again.
I agree.
So I shared the article describing what these 2 men have done, and I put the LGBTQ is a foul agenda. Yeah. That's what I typed. That's it. I think he got 270,000 fucking hits on Twitter, man. I got doxed my address. I had to put a video on Twitter going, I'm waiting for the gay pride parade coming down the road, but nobody's coming. They were sexualising my kids, this battle rap community. They were saying all sorts of profanities about my 11-year-old, how she grows up lesbian, all this shit. Luna C's messaged me and he's like, Raz, look, I know you're fucking thinking, well, you're not a homophobic and that, but you have to do an apology video because they're making it out like you've called all gays. Yeah. So that's not what I did. So I did a video, and I'm like, look, I apologise if I offended you. You know, and he took that as like, that's not an apology. You've not said sorry for what you've said. Yeah. So I thought, you know what, fuck you then. So I started terrorising the whole battle rap community back. Yeah. And it got to a point where like I'm bullying them now, innit? You know, so I just left it. But I did smash it for a bit and I enjoyed it. I went to London, I think it was 2023. I started in 2020, but lockdown obviously. So I did 2 in 2020. 1 in 2021 and I fucked it up and I chalked my round and that. And then I went back in 2023, I battled Jazz and then I battled Bowski and then they sent me to Scotland and then I went, like I was London fucking everywhere. And then I got on the card with Luna C's return and that's how I met Luna and ended up with a tune with him, Devil on My Shoulder, man. Right. But then after that, Luna C were writing tweets about me. That's why I went on Twitter, because someone said Luna C's tweeting about you. I fucking need to see that. And then 6 months later, man, I got cancelled for telling the truth. Really, the
boxing seems to be like that. That's like the quiet.
Man,
you seem natural there, don't you? Yeah. It's like your thing.
I feel like I'm at home with it. It gives me a platform. Like I can at any show. There's always a boxer that would say, "If you want to do a rap walkout, mate, you can rap me out and that." And like I've performed more music at the unlicensed event than I did at any battle rap event ever. You know, like
you've definitely found, because have you noticed how he smiles every time he talks about boxing?
Yeah.
You do, you know.
You come across that show.
He came and got me, and I was like, "What up?" Like that. I'm like, you know what I mean? And that speaks volumes, bro. And I've only just like officially met you today, and
So do you have any these viral videos? If anyone's watching, any youngsters, do you have any tips for like people on social media, any like to get viral, or is it just look at draw?
I'll tell you, man. The truth of it all is you got to set your things to professionals first, dashboard. Right. You got to be able to get followers and all that, and then you got to do your weekly tasks that Facebook tells you to do. Right. And you got to keep posting, regardless if you get 17 views and no reactions. You put 2 videos on every fucking day. We've got a set of rules. Nobody knows the order. We always said random numbers for random rules. So we're like rule 42: post and forget. As soon as I post it, I won't look at it again. I'm not fucking bothered. And then when you go through your shit, well, fucking hell, 25,000 views on that. That's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Obviously, you get the ones that pop off and your phone doesn't stop pinging. You can't help but be drawn to them because of notifications. But just keep posting. Don't give a fuck about what. If you put something embarrassing on and everyone's taking piss out of you for whatever the things you've done, as long as they're commenting, it's like love and hate are 2 sides of the same coin. Now your close inner circle need to love you. That's all that matters. Your family need to love you. But everybody outside of that, they just need to be talking about you. Don't matter if they like you or not. If you can do that, if you can take the shit they say and reply, I'll always reply to everything. Unless it's, say if I interview Dyson and someone slags Dyson off, I'm not going to reply to that comment because that's not my fight. But if I can reply, I will, and I'll try and terrorise you because I know it's going to make you say something back. And it might seem like you triggered me in comments, but I want you to think that. So then you keep coming, oh fucking hell, what's he said now? And that's how you get monetized, isn't it? But my advice would be consistency, keep going, and just hashtags. Just make sure you put the right hashtags.
Would you say you could post too much or not?
You can. If you post it at 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock, them 2 videos are going to compete for the algorithm. So
the clashing kind of thing, right?
And you're always better. So what I try and do, like I go to events and I get all my content, and then like I said, I'll chip away at it all week. 2 videos, 3 videos a day, depending on how much I've got. You can structure it. So you go to a fight event and you've got an interview with Darren Till. Obviously, you post that before you get home, innit? You thought it's hot, he's the biggest, let's do that. But then if you do what I do, you got to, like, I should have posted a Dyson interview today, but we've had a grievance, man. So instead I put like a tomorrow we'll start kind of thing, you know, a little montage. I still, whatever views that is, it still counts towards the fucking thing. But then now there's no point posting the biggest one first because the buzz has been and gone. So you're better off holding on to that for that Thursday night when everybody's engaging on social media. If you can't hit it straight away, be clever with it, innit? You know. So I'll put, like, on boxing events, obviously the first couple of fighters, they're like lesser named fighters, if you will. But I'll interview them the same as if I'm talking to that guy that had a fight with Fabio Woodley and all that. I treat everybody the same, innit? But I'll put a big name and then a small name. So then that small name is going to get a boost of views off that one. But if you post too much at the same time, you're competing against yourself, taking views off yourself.
So share throughout the day so they don't...
Got to think of commute times. This is how you judge how you post. If you want to post 3 videos a day, you more than can, obviously, but you've got to think like 8:30 when everybody's travelling on buses and trains to work and they're chilling on the phones. And then after that, don't post until maybe 1 o'clock, 12:30 when it's
dinner time.
And then after that, let people get home, get the tea, sit there on the
go to
6 o'clock or 9 o'clock, depending.
This is why we've got tea here. He's the man. We've got a lot of.
I don't stick to it though. Like, you know, I know about it. And I try my best, but I'll get up and I'll think, right, I know I'm busy today. I know I've got to catch a bus to get here. Then I've got to do that. Then I've got to do that. I'm not going to get. So I'll post one at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it'll catch up. 24 hours after, it's going to be the same amount of views it was going to be anyway. You know what I mean? But people are too in the moment. People post it 20 minutes later. Oh my God, it's only had 100 views. Let's delete this shit.
Don't
post
delete
and forget. Post and forget. Look at your next.
I do.
That's good for me.
I post and forget. To be fair, I just feel like maybe sometimes that's a big one for me. The competing myself because I do post probably too much sometimes. I just keep flooding it because I just.
I love it though.
Don't
take that advice. I remember when we start sharing your reels. I want some big numbers. I'm like, wow, he's taking it and showing it a weird time.
It'll come, like, there'll be bits in this now, do you know, like where we've spoke, and there'll be some clippable bits where if you just post that, it'll probably pop off 10 to 100,000 views in it just because of what's been said in some shit. But that's how you do it as well. Like, I did a podcast in it I set up this amateur podcast thing, 1 phone camera recording the whole fucking panel. But the clippable moments, me and Chris Price and Jack Fair, I think we got like 350,000 views, you know, just off one little bit where Jack pushes him a bit and he falls off chair, and it's like, that's the kind of shit, you know, the chaos, the carnage is what people love.
I do think we got, because the conversation you delivered today was amazing. I didn't think you were going to talk about your best mate and stuff. And I do think there's going to be some emotional, some bits there.
No, mate, it is. I'll be open and honest with it all, man. It's happened. People who know me already know, and if you don't know, it's get to know then, innit? You know what I mean?
Because I'm someone who didn't know, and then you drop that on me, and the first time I'm listening to it, and the way you present yourself, that gave me that feeling of watching maybe a reel of you saying what you said. And then on the polar opposite is at the end you're saying like, no, keep going, got to keep going, this one doing, and you're seeing his face light up when he's on about boxing.
No,
I think you've definitely fell into your forte, haven't you?
This unlicensed scene is home, mate. And, like, the beautiful part is, like I say, I can perform music pretty much, not on Gorilla or Misfits or like that, but any like unlicensed show. I could go Razor Promotions and be like, can I do a song? Got one at intervals? We're like, yeah, fuck it, you know. So I get to perform my music, which is my craft, which is what I love. The interview side, it's like they're not even looking at it as my content. They're looking at it as like, you're giving these unlicensed fighters a platform. So it's a win-win, you know. Like, I can't grumble, can I? I just have to stand there. Like, I'm having a good time. I'm watching boxing. I'm enjoying myself, and I go, "What's your name? Where'd you come from?" Tell me your story, innit? It's fucking. So I think it's a good little niche what I found, and I'll go with it as long as I can. You know, like, even if anything big comes in the future, I'll always be at least one unlicensed boxing event a month, you know.
I was going to say that. What does the future hold now? These next 12 months, obviously, you're going to be working for Luke, so that's just pushing all his platform and his fighters. But what do you have any other plans? You said about the Older Hair charity. You having a fight, are you?
Yeah, I've got a boxing match coming up to raise money for the Older Hair Children's Hospital. That's on the 7th of November. I think they're called Truly Primal now. So there's been it were originally for King of the Ring in Blackburn, but then there's been some kind of ownership situation. I don't know about that because I'm not one of the owners, but I'm going to be fighting on this Truly Primal thing now, and it's so I can just give as much back to the hospital. I'm performing on the 8th of August, I believe it is, at Blackburn Havelock Pub. Shotty Horror's headlining the event, and I'm head. You know what I mean? Headline with Shotty Horror, so that's like a music performance. We've got Northwest Boxing Promotions on the 15th of August. There's a Gorilla Cardiff, I think it is, next week. I don't know if I can get there yet, but I've been invited. I can go in if I want. There's September the 5th Gorilla in Preston, which I'd say message Gorilla, you boys, get yourself there, get your content, you know, because they let you, you know, like you are content creators and that. I'm working with like boxers for my, you know, when I'm doing training sessions for this charity fight. Yeah. So like Seamus Devlin, Aaron Egan, Jack Fair, Tommy Alberts, Chris Price, even though he's cage fighter, Yusuf Nazarkatov, they're going to give me PTs, and that's like a bit of promotion for their PT. We'll sell that to the audience. If you get one fucking sale off that, it's a bonus, isn't it? Yeah. So pushing all the Blackburn lads, and then there's a few. I've got a rap performance to do, I think, on the 15th. You know, like, it's everywhere. And obviously
you've got to keep going to stuff, haven't you, Raz? Just keep yourself
turning
busy.
Up, just be ready to do with a drop of a hat. Oh, what am I doing today? Interviews, all right. A music performance, what song? Fuck it, we'll do it. You know, like, we'll just go.
Like you already do today, turn up, don't let people down.
No, honestly, mate,
that's what you've got to do, and your consistency. And
like, if I had a message today and said, look, mate, we've had a bit of a grievance in family.
Yeah, we've been understanding there.
Yeah, but it's going to be like, well, we'll put it back at Q now for next time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get how it all works, like, but it fucks you up as well for your planned content and shit. So I
appreciate that, mate.
I could have messaged you 4 days ago, like, look, my uncle's poorly and he might not make it through the weekend. Same with Dyson, but I knew if I messaged Luke Dyson saying, look, bro, my uncle's dying, he'd say, don't bother coming, Raz. Understandable, but then the whole opportunity that you give him.
Things happen in life, don't they? You're right, mate. Things happen, and you've just got to, without sounding bad, you've got to kind of suck it up, haven't you? If you want to, these opportunities don't come around all the time.
I think if the journey was easy, everyone would be winning, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's it. Everyone would do it, man, if it were that easy to do.
Got to attend that, innit?
Yeah. But we did say, didn't we? I come here, this is a break off me grieving process, so I'll be on bus back home to Blackburn with Jameson. If you want to throw quids at me, you can.
What an honour to meet you. And
you too, guys. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thanks everyone for watching.
Before you go, we follow Raz Ren on all social media.
Because he's going to be sharing them shorts and reels. Right, and we're going to log off here, guys. See you all soon.